Well, it was a bad day for liberal lawsuits against Fox News. Now, this is not an endorsement of Fox News. It is a commentary on what happens when you try to censor news that you don't like, especially when it's about you. So first one is Hunter Biden. He suddenly dropped his lawsuit against Fox News on the same day that his father announced that he would drop his bid for re-election. That's odd, right? It would almost seem as though he had been emboldened by his political position of power. And when that slipped out from under him, right under his nose, now he is not so emboldened. Now the lawsuit Hunter Biden launched against Fox News was about a mock trial that Fox News had produced. And it was about all the things that Hunter Biden could have been prosecuted for. Now, the show on Fox, this image has some butt crack. I'm just going to let you know, not a full butt, but a butt crack. I hope, if you want to look away. It's not awesome. Now, the Fox News show had featured actual evidence, and Hunter Biden argued that because they used all real evidence and real witnesses for a trial that the government did not bring, that was so damning that it hurt his reputation. In other words, it was showing people what he could have been charged with under the law, but the government didn't charge him with those things, so that hurt his reputation. I would say he hurt his reputation with the snorting of the drugs and the prostitution hiring and the nakedness and the gun and the money laundering.
The tube top tan line in that picture.
All of that stuff. Yeah. Does he have a tube top tan
and the
line?
massive corruption.
What is that? Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Let's not go back to it. That's good. We're good.
We don't need to see
We're
that
good on
anymore.
that. We can take that down. Yeah. What were you going to say, Clayton?
No, I'm saying the massive corruption also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of that stuff. I would say he hurt himself, but now he's not going to at least sue Fox over this. He says, actually, ABC News is reporting that he intends to refile the lawsuit with new defendants. How much do you want to bet that they don't do this? Now, another suit that was dropped this week, I find maybe even more interesting. Do you remember Nina Jankowicz? This is the woman who the Department of Homeland Security hired as the disinformation czar in order to save us all from fake news. Here's a little refresher of who she is.
Laundering is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So disinformation's origins are slightly less atrocious. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. When Rudy Giuliani shared that intel from Ukraine, or when TikTok influencers say COVID can cause pain, they're laundering disinfo and we really should take note and not support their lies with our wallet, voice or vote. Oh, information laundering is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So disinformation's origin seems slightly less atrocious.
Okay. So I hope you didn't leave. Don't leave. We won't do that again.
I thought
I outlawed that.
Collectively agreed to bury that video forever.
Who do they
had to
think they're
remind you guys.
connecting with making that stuff, honestly? Like, who do they think that this is going to connect with on a deep level?
Well,
I mean,
okay.
if you read some of the comments on her Twitter feed, I mean, people are like, "Oh, you're the best, Nina." Like, it's unbelievable. Like,
But let's go over what she just sang to us, that Rudy Giuliani prevented...
Gave us bad intel from Ukraine.
Bad info about Hunter Biden's laptop is what she is referring to, right? And then also about the COVID vaccine. All of those things proved not to be conspiracy theories. What she's saying is conspiracy theory. So when it became public that the Department of Homeland Security had launched this disinformation board led by her, there was a backlash and she was ousted from this. Now, she again had said that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. That was a conspiracy we now know to be a lie. Hunter Biden's laptop was legitimate, as we've just gone over. Now, again, when she lost that job, she sued Fox News for disinformation or defamation. I'm sorry. She was suing Fox for defamation. Now, a judge on Monday dismissed her case. And here is the beautiful part. She had argued that Fox accused her of censorship, and that was disinformation. I'm sorry, I'm getting disinformation and defamation confused. So she argued that Fox accused her of censorship, and that was defamation. The judge ruled two important things. One, she's a public figure, so it's really hard to win a defamation case. Two, what she was doing was in fact censorship. So you can't say you're accusing me of censorship if you are actually doing censorship. That's not defamation, that's true. Now here is the judge's ruling saying the challenge statements are not readily capable of being proven true or false because in Jankowicz's own words, the statements were calculated to lead consumers to believe that Jankowicz intended to censor American speech. So she was there to censor us collectively. So you can't sue someone for saying that. Now, in fact, a lot of the things that she accused Fox of saying about her were proven in court by Fox lawyers, including through her own statements. This is a video that she published saying, these are all the bad things that Fox said about me and I want to sue them. This is her own compilation.
Mainstreaming online conspiracy theories to tens of millions of Americans. They lied about my role.
Was hired to police domestic social media use, period.
Is now the administration's official purveyor of truth.
They lied about and completely manufactured my past statements.
How chilling is it that this disinformation czar thinks it's okay for her to edit your speech?
They called me a liar.
Nina Jankowicz is a conspiracy theorist who wants all Americans to believe her twisted opinions and lies are facts. Was one of the biggest perpetrators and purveyors of disinformation in the entire country.
She read a bunch of lies somebody handed to her on a card because she's a useful idiot.
They called me crazy.
The far-left lunatic.
Feels so unhinged to me.
This insane person in front of a camera.
And they told their audience I was evil.
She's a very scary individual.
Attend a conservative event. Maybe you're really angry about the Biden administration on the internet. Maybe you'll lose your job. Maybe you'll even be put in jail.
Okay. Now, again, those things were true. She was singing about how she wanted to stop people from saying that maybe certain elements of COVID were harmful or from saying that the Hunter Biden laptop was true. She doesn't want you to be able to say that because she thought she was peddling conspiracy theories that those things were not true. I know I'm speaking in negatives. They were true, right? And the judge said, and I want to put an exclamation point on this ruling because this is a very exciting screenshot. Doesn't look exciting, but let's all get it. I'm telling you, you have to get excited about this.
This is so exciting.
Because the judge is ruling that for many, if not most American citizens, the identification of their speech as misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation by a government entity authorized to coordinate with the private sector regarding the labeling would be viewed as an effort to discourage people from engaging in that speech. In fact, she herself conceded this point when she responded to Fox's claims that average citizens would feel censored by the government labeling their posts as disinformation. So this is worth repeating, guys. Let's leave this on the screen. Now we have a judge saying that when a government entity labels your speech as misinformation, that can be viewed as an effort to discourage people from engaging in speech. So therefore, misinformation campaigns are censorship campaigns. A judge can see it, and we have a ruling now. So that, to me, is awesome. Are we collectively excited enough about that?
Yeah, but does this set a precedent going forward? I mean,
could, but at least it's obvious to everyone else, right?
Yeah, that's great. By the way, Censorship, Brundledian gave us a $5 super chat. Says, I'm buying this super chat solely to ask you to never ever play that music of Nina Jankowicz again.
You can't censor us.
You can't censor us. But thank you.
Yes, sentiment is okay.
We appreciate it.
I don't know if we'll do that.
I believe that's not censoring. That's bribery. And I think that's
bribery. Okay. And then Jennifer Smith also saying, please never play that horror show again. You just shattered Natalie's brain with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Indeed. Okay. Now, Jankowicz crowdfunded this lawsuit, but she only raised about $80,000, which is not very much for a lawsuit up against Fox News lawyers, who are some of the most bulldog lawyers in the business. And here is her update on the crowdfund. She wanted to raise $100,000. Even that I don't think is enough for a lawsuit like this. And here is her update saying, sadly, the district court dismissed our lawsuit, but the fight is not over. We're going to appeal this. Not with $80,000, you're not, girl. So someone else had better bankroll this. It better not be the American taxpayers. I can tell you that right now. Now, she has quite the uphill battle proving that what Fox said about her was not both true and within bounds of free speech. But since she can't practice censorship through the government, she's using a lawsuit to censor Fox News. So, people who love censorship, keep doing it. That's what they need to do. Now, again, that is great. Fox News can say that. We currently can too. I can't say very much because she's blocked me on X or Twitter. I don't know what I did. I mean, it was really Clayton that started in on this.
Yeah, I was really the asshole. And when she's like, wait, why is she blocked? Why am I blocked and you're not?
She didn't block Clayton.
I was really the asshole to her.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. Graham on our team says that should be a badge of honor for me.
And I really wasn't even an ass. I mean, I just called out the obvious.
But you went for this story first. You liked this story a lot when it first broke.
Yeah, I was.
You were the
appalled
first
by it.
Yeah. So, okay. They take it out on the wife. Okay. Anyway, this is a win for free speech and anyone who finds the word misinformation as a government farce. But this is not the end of the fight because Democrats are pushing Google now to prioritize authoritative sources in their search results and downrank sources that might be called conspiracies and satire. This is too much. But we're going to look at it. This is a letter from Congressman Adam Schiff of California. He is a conspiracy theorist. You will recall that we saw during the Twitter files that he wanted Twitter to go public and say that they saw Russian disinformation and Russian bots on the site. And Twitter said, we cannot find this in our data. And so he went after Twitter because he couldn't get the conspiracy that he wanted published. But here's the letter. He and his colleagues are asking Google to tell them how they filter sources, specifically to areas such as voting and election information, where Democrats urge that only verified and accurate information be propagated through AI views. Now, okay, again, Adam Schiff is a conspiracy theorist, full stop. That is easy to prove. He made up the Russian disinformation on Twitter bit. He did. So, but it's rich that now he's saying, hey, I really want to make sure that Google doesn't, promote disinformation. He is worried about authoritative sources. Right.
Right.
So the battle continues for free speech, and Democratic lawmakers don't want it.